Okay. No. No. This way.
Oh, yeah.
Now watch what she does again.
Opposite way. There you go. You're catching on.
This is like me and Blackie doing.
No, I don't go that way.
What? Thank you. We need this chaos though. Thank you. Thank you.
Other way, Kaylee. If you're building it as a Jenga tower, it goes the other way. Other way.
The other way.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
That's what you're doing.
No, wait.
Come on, Dad.
Other way. Other way. Opposite way.
The other way. She was piling them all straight up. That's why it fell.
It's a game. I'll show you what. I'll show you how to play the game.
The
Other way. Other way. There you go.
This is how we do it. This is what we do. Wendy, no. Put those down, yes?
Well, they go on now. So this goes here, and this goes here.
And this is what you're supposed to do. Watch. You're supposed. Look. This is how you're supposed to play it. You're supposed to pick a block. And that's my turn. Now Grampy has to try to pull one out. Whoever knocks over the tower, you have to look around it on all sides. And you have to try to pull one out without knocking over the tower. You're not allowed to hold it with your hand though. Grampy's cheating. Now you have to try to pull one out. Oh, you already pulled one out, did you? You're not supposed to pull them from the top. Oh, you lose. No, you lose. You knocked over the tower.
Yes.
Okay, you can build it however you want to build it, Kaylee.
We're doing damn, Wendy. Pumpkin's going in my box. He's going in there. He's hiding, Sally.
What are you doing? You got a new house? You got a new house? Is that your house? Is that your house?
He's going in the house. Wow.
No, he's not quite going in. He's just hiding.
Well, he's just hiding.
Oh, Pumpkin. You got a new toy, do you?
What did he
You can play with it until Kaylee has to put her blocks away.
Yeah.
What are you building now?
That's the same thing. I'm going to need a lot more blocks than I need, Sally.
Okay.
I couldn't knock the block tower down.
Yeah, well, you better be careful. They fall, they're gonna fall. And you know, when you do this, you can't do it anymore because it makes too much noise.
No, it's okay right now.
Hmm?
It's okay right now. There's nobody home. She's catching on. Oh! tonight is roasted potatoes, peppers, and sausage with some spices. Hey guys, so Kaylee just went home. Her dad dropped us off Tim Hortons when he came here. So I got a white chocolate pistachio iced latte on a snowy day. She didn't just get dropped off, as you can see from that. I was drinking it for a while. So anyway, so we spent a nice snowy day with Kaylee. She's starting to come into a part of her life where she's starting to test her boundaries and push her limits with us, because Mike had to get after her a couple times today, and we never ever get after her for anything because she's usually pretty good, but she's starting to push little bits. But it's typical 4-year-old behavior, right? So nothing major, just we have to straighten her out a little bit. Like, Kaylee, you got to listen to what you're told. But yeah, so she came in from outside and she ate some popcorn, and then she didn't eat much for supper. But I told her mother that she didn't eat much for supper, so she might end up having something else when she gets home. Who knows? So, but it was a good day, all in all. Like I said, there's a few little times where she like pushes to try to test her boundaries, but like I said, all children are like that. I used to work in a daycare, so I know what it's like. I told you guys the other day about Mike going to the eye doctor. I meant to tell you guys what that was all about. Well, it was his regular checkup, but he noticed too that he was starting to have some issues with his left eye being blurry, looking at stuff. So he wanted to get that checked too, but I mean, like I said, he was due for a regular checkup as well. So Mike had cataract surgery 3 years ago. It would be 3 years in May that he had it. And the way the doctor explained it in layman's terms to me is something about, you know, when you get cataract surgery now, I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but they kind of put like a lens. They take the natural lens out and they put a lens in your eye. So I guess his defense system recognized something, it as something foreign in his eye, and it was kind of like fighting against it. So like little tentacles like kind of like attached to the back of it, and it's making it blurry. There is a term for it. I forget. If I remember, I'll leave the name across here somewhere what it's called. But basically he has to have a procedure done, but he has to be referred to a specialist for that. The doctor that he seen was just a regular optometrist, so he has to go to an ophthalmologist, and she'll do it in office, and basically it's just going to laser the lens off and he'll be able to see better once they do that. So yeah, I told you guys that he went to the eye doctor, but I didn't give any details or context to that. So yeah, I showed you guys what we had for supper earlier. It was pretty good. I just made it in the air fryer. So if you want to know how I made it, you can pick any spices that you want. But I just cubed up my potatoes and I cut up my peppers. And while I was cutting up my peppers, I sliced my thumb. It's not too bad. It bled a little bit, but it's not cut extremely deep, so I'm okay. But so I sliced up the peppers. I meant to add onion, but I forgot, but that's okay. So yeah, I sliced up the peppers, cut them and sliced them up. I cut up the potatoes. You can leave the skins on or off, whatever you prefer. I put it in a bowl, and I drizzled in maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, just like enough to coat them. And then you can take whatever spices you want. And I took salt, pepper, paprika, and parsley. I know, weird combination, right? But I have garlic powder in there too, but I didn't want to use that today. So I put them in and I just shook it all together. I preheated my air fryer to 370. And then I used both baskets because I have the dual air fryer, so to get more space for it. And I threw it in the air fryer. And I put it on for 15 minutes on 375. And then and I shook it every 5 minutes or so. I'd stop it and shake it up just so it was getting evenly cooked. And then I sliced up, they're just smoked sausages that I think they were from Walmart. And I just sliced them up thinly. And that's what Kaylee had for supper too. I just had to cut the skin off. She wouldn't eat the vegetables because she doesn't like potatoes, but she ate smoked sausage. So I cut them all up. And after the 15 minutes was up, after shaking it every 5 minutes, I put the sausage on top. And I put it on for an additional 5 minutes on the 375. And that was supper. Easy peasy, right? I think I seen that someone do it like that on a YouTube cooking video. If I can remember, I'll link the video down below. But I just improvised what I had here, and it worked out. It was pretty good. I had peppers that I bought on the groceries a couple weeks ago that were getting ready to go bad. They were starting to get a little bit soft, and I thought, you know what, I got to use them up. So it was pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to end this here because I'm rambling now. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm hoping it's it's Tuesday now when I'm recording this, so I'm going to have my vlogs up early for this week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the snow's all gone by the time the weekend comes. It's supposed to snow all night tonight, and we got a little bit down, but I don't think it's going to last. I really don't. The roads are down to the pavement. It's not sticking very good, so I think it's supposed to switch over to rain anyway. So anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I will talk to you guys all on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys.